Hey guys, welcome to another episode of TLG Vlogs. And today, if you're a real estate broker and you're tuning in, how are you preparing for 2024? What are the tips or things that you could apply to really expand your business and become stronger and better next year? And some of my tips are as follows. So I would say number one, a common thread that I hear a lot of people say in any business is do self-analyzing, right? Take the time to understand your strengths, your weaknesses, and try to hone in on maybe that weakness and get better at it, right? But I think it's important where a lot of people sometimes will focus on things that necessarily won't help them grow in business. Now, this might be an extreme example, but if I can't dunk a basketball, learning how to dunk a basketball this winter isn't gonna help me grow in my business, right? But it's not really analyzing maybe what you're not good at, but it's analyzing what your competition is doing better than you. So in our industry, right, if there's another real estate team or a broker that's maybe entering into a market or doing a better job at breaking in or launching new development, analyze what you're missing in your business based on what they're doing. Now, if it's not something that you could personally improve on, hire for it, right? That's also super important. I felt like early on in my career, you wear a lot of hats, right? Like you want to tackle everything, you want to think you're the best at everything. And that's definitely not the case. So find people where their strengths are and where you're missing. And it is important to take the time and energy and analyze the full slate, meaning look at what other people in your business are doing really, really well. And pick and choose what will work in your organization, will work for your culture. Either you implement it or hire for it. Number two, marketing. I would say in any sort of potential down market, no matter what, marketing is critical. Branding yourself is critical, and I talk about this constantly. Being a realtor, I think it's pretty well-known understanding that you want to attempt to appear in as many places as possible, right? Whether that's billboard advertising, that's digital advertising, that's mail advertising, that's signage advertising, anything to appear that you're a local expert. And I heard this story about Walgreens and I loved it. When Walgreens was really on the come up in San Francisco, in 1 square radius mile, Walgreens intentionally opened 9 different locations. And you might think that's like super crazy, but they maximized it to the point to make the consumer think that if you were there in that area, that the only place you should shop is Walgreens because you saw it everywhere. And when branding yourself in business, whatever you're gonna do, you have to almost take that approach, right? You have to corner the market. So I would say an advice for 2024 when planning for advertising or planning for marketing is take that Walgreens approach, right? Really think about what territory you're trying to expand into or trying to dominate further and overcompensate for it, right? Over market in that area. Really make the customer think when they're going to hire, not like I want to hire Taylor, make them think the only person to hire is Taylor. And by doing that, you really corner the market and you really just kind of create that brand for yourself. Back at the office, final third tip is adaptability. It doesn't matter what market you're in, whether it's a strong market, a slow market, an average market, you got to adapt to whatever the trends are. So being a real estate broker, dealing with what we're dealing with today in almost November of 2023, we're dealing with a higher interest rate yielded market, right? So arguably some of the market has slowed down on the seller side, or there's less buyers in the market now. Whether to pull the trigger because of financial reasons, it's important to analyze the trends of what next year could look like. So if you're going into the market next year and you think it's going to be a better opportunity and you're going to have a better ratio with closing buyers, something that maybe you should prep towards is creating content or creating marketing packages or creating solutions or strategies around how you're going to be able to work stronger with buyers, right? If buyers are in that market, if you're working in the high end, they're going to want to hire people that are educated, they're going to want to hire people that are organized, maybe start implementing buyer consultations, in-office buyer consultations to your meetings, whatever it may be to help close that ratio. And I think that's the most important thing is before starting the new year is analyze where you think the market's going to go, at least in like a 3 to 6 month trajectory, and then implement things that you think are going to assist you through that trend and really ride the wave. And thank you guys for tuning into another episode of TLG Vlogs. If this content will help you grow in 2024, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next week.